Jana and children, today we will do the chapter 11, tables and shows. Now today again we will do the concept of multiplication. What is multiplication? Multiplication is repeated addition. So instead of adding equal amounts repeatedly to find the sum, we can multiply to find the same result in a much quicker way. Now, what is multiplication? Multiplication is repeated addition. So, instead of adding equal amounts repeatedly to find the sum, we can multiply it to find the same result in a much quicker way by using multiplication. Means, if we have same addends, means 2 plus 2 plus 2, if we have same type of addends there, then instead of adding them like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 and continuously, it is better to multiply. Count them, how many are there, and then multiply. So that is repeated addition. And here today we will start the lesson by learning the properties of multiplication. First of all, the first one is commutative property, in which the number can be multiplied in any order, the product remains the same. Means when we change the place of any number or any factor and then we multiply it, the number remains the same. For example, like 8 multiplied by 7 is 56, 8 7s are 56, or 7 multiplied by 8 is also 56. Means when we interchange the place also, but then also the product remains the same. The next property is associative property. The factors can be grouped in any way, the products remains the same. Means there are three factors are there. 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 6. 3 factors are there. When we have put those 2 factors in the bracket and 1 factor outside the bracket, then see 5 2s are 10 and multiplied by 6 is 60. Or in another way, when we have interchanged, put it into another 2 factors, that is 2 and 6, we have put it in the bracket and then multiply by 5, again the product remains the same. Right? That is 5 multiplied by 6 to the 12, and 5 to the 60. Clear children? Now next here, and the third property is there, distributive property. In this, multiplication fact can be broken into or distributed. Means we have written it in expanded form. A sum of 2 other multiplication factors there. Let's see. Now we have got 24 multiplied by 3. That is 72. We know that. But instead of multiplying this with this big number, what we have done? We have expanded it. We have written in another way, that is 20 plus 4 and multiply by 3. Now separately we will multiply. 20 multiplied by 3 becomes very easy and 4 multiplied by 3 again. So 20 multiplied by 3. So 3 2s are 6 we will do, and 0, you know, it is 0 only. So 0 we will write here, plus 4 3s are 12 here, and again it is 72. So this is your fourth property is identified property, in which the product of any number is 1 when we multiply the number with 1. That is 4 multiplied by 1 is equal to 4. The 32 multiplied by 1 is 32 children. Now another one is that when we multiply any number with 0, the product is 0. Like 6 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. 32 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. That means when we multiply any number with 0, it becomes 0. Or when we multiply any factors with 1, any factor with 1, that is the factor itself. Children, as we know that multiplication is repeated addition, and I have told you in the beginning of this class only the definition of it. So let's do some example. Now suppose if we have to add 3 plus 3 plus 3, we have to add 3 4 times. Now we know 3 plus 3 plus 3, again and again if we keep on adding 3 plus 3 plus 3, it is better to add that how many times it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will see that 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Straight away we can multiply like this by counting how many times it is. That is, we can also write in another form, 4 times 3, and that is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. So one more example I'll give you. Suppose 5, you have to add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So many times you have to add plus 5 and you have to find out the answer. Now it is better to, instead of adding them this so many times, it is better to count how many times 5s are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is here 5 times 5, and that is 5 multiplied by 5. So 5 5s are 25. We have got the answer. Instead of adding 5 times every 5 every time, we multiply directly and we get the answer. We'll do some more examples, children. Here are some of the examples I have given you. So let's do these examples. Practice this. So how many shells are there? You can see there are so many shells are there. There are 3 shells. So what we will write? There are 3 shells are there. And now each shells are having some buttons on it. So how many buttons? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each shell is having 5 buttons on it. So let us write this separately. 5. How many shells? 5. 5 here. Then this 5 here. And then this 5 here. Now I don't know the total. How to find out the total? Either I add it or we multiply. Let's see. So how many times 5 you are seeing here? 3 times 5, because there are 3 shells. So 3 times 5, because 5 buttons are there. So how many times 5? 1, 2, 3. 3 times 5 is equal to how much? 15. 3 5s are 15. We have got. Or instead of times, we can write multiply your sign. Then we write like this: 3 multiplied by 5 is equal to 15. Understood how to do it? Now, see the apples. How many apples are there? There are 6 apples. Okay. How many apples are there? There are 6 apples. Now, see how many times apples are there. See, 2 rows are here. So, let us write again 3 plus 3. Now, again I have to find out what is it. 3 plus 3 is, now, how many times 3's are there? We have got 2 times 3. 2 times 3. Okay, 2 rows are there. So 2 times 3, that is 6, or what we can do? 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6. Understood? Now next, another one. Now you see how many cars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many cars? 4 cars are there. Now we have to count the wheels on the car. Now let us see how many wheels. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here and 2 here. So let us plus it. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And how many? We don't know. Either we add it on our fingers. So let us do how many times 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8, or we can write in this way: 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 8. Understood, children? Again, how many marbles are there? You can see the rows are there. 4 rows of marbles are there. And total marbles are how many? Okay. So let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 in each row. So 6 rows are 24. 24 marbles we are having together. But how to count it? So let us see. 6 marbles. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 and plus 6. Total, see. Then how many times 6 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 times 6. So 4 6 are 24. And after adding also we don't know, so let us do it. 4 times 6, 4 6 are 24, or 4 multiplied by 6 is equal to 24. So children, here you have understood that how many times it is given in the group. 2 times it is given, so you write in 2 plus 2, whatever they have asked, you have to add that. Okay, like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and how many times 2's are there, that you have to see, times. You have to ask the question to yourself, how many times it is there. So whatever the times it is there, like 4 times it is 2 over there, so you multiply with that and you get the answer. Instead of adding, doing repeated addition there, adding all the atoms there, it is better to multiply. And then one thing more I want to tell you, just give you the information. Like suppose if I have taken these two numbers, okay, 2 4s are 8. So here 2 is also called, these both are called factors. Okay, both are factors. And this is also called multiplicand. Sometimes we ask you to use this multiplicand. This is multiplicand. This is also called multiplier. This is also called multiplier, and this is what we the answer get is product. This is the product. That you have to remember, that you have to learn. Understood? So children, I hope you have understood this repeated addition. In this way we will do the sum. We have to see how many are there and how many times they are there. Now, in the picture, children, you see 2 multiplied by 5. What is 2? 2 tells us how many groups are there, and this is a factor. Okay, 5 tells us how many in each group, and it's also a factor. And 10, whatever the answer is, tells us the total and is also called the product. We also give them another number, like 2 is called multiplicand, 5 is called the multiplier, and whatever the answer that we get is the product. Now today we will learn how to multiply using expanded form. Expanded form means writing the value of each digit based upon its place value. But before doing that, you have to know the place value of each digit also. The value that a digit has based upon where it is located in a number means its placement in ones, tens and hundred, thousand, so on. Now I have given you the example also here. Expanded form of 267. You can see that 7 is at ones place, 60 is tens place, and 200, which is shown with the big blocks, is hundreds place. So that is the placement. That is the value. Means the value of 7 is 7. The value of 6 here is 60, 6 tens, and the value of 2 is 200. Same, another example I have given here, expanded form of 55, that is 5 is at ones place and another 5 is at tens place. This is 50 plus 5. We have written the number in expanded form also. Multiplication using the expanded form. Multiplying a one-digit whole number by another one-digit whole number is done through repeated addition. We know that when we multiply any one-digit whole number by place value, such as 100 and 10, then we get 50 and 500. But when we multiply one digit whole number with two or more than two digits a whole number using repeated addition, then we do it with by placing them in columns. Like when we multiply 5 with 385, we will have to use expanded form. Now here we will give an example. 6 multiplied by 437. To start this, we break down the number by writing it in expanded form in the columns. We will place 7 in one's column, so its value will be 7. We will place 3 at 10's place, so its value will be 30. And 4 at 100's place, so its value will be 400. Now, what do we get after doing this? That is 400 plus 30 plus 7. This way when we write is known as expanded form. Now, when we multiply 6 with 400 plus 6 with 30 plus 6 with 7, separately when we multiply this, then we get 6 multiplied by 400 means 2400. Six multiplied by 3, that means 30 also, we get 6 is 18 and 0, then 180 and 6 7s are 42. Now when we add these numbers, that is 2400 plus 180 plus 42, we get 2622. So children, now it becomes very easy to multiply using expanded form when we have to multiply with a big digit number. So in this lesson you have learned how to multiply whole numbers using the expanded form. Multiplying two-digit whole numbers using the expanded form. Multiplication using the expanded form. Now here we see that 12 multiplied by 15 is which number? Directly we cannot do, we will have to multiply. So we place 15 according to its place value, that is 5 under 1s, that is 5, that is the place value of 5 is 5, and 1 under 10s, so the place value of 1 is 10. Now when we write them by using bracket, we will write like 10 plus 5, or we can also do that 12 multiplied by 10 or 12 multiplied by 5. In this way also we can do it. We can multiply. Or we break this 12 into 2, that is 10 plus 2. And again now we will multiply this 10 by 10 and 10 by 2. So in this way you can see very clearly that when we multiply 10 by 10 it is 100, and 10 by 2 that is 20. So the answer is 120. So it became very easy for us to multiply. Now we will multiply 12 multiplied by 5, the another part of it. So again we will break this 12 into two parts, 10 plus 2, and multiply them separately, that is 10 multiplied by 5 and 2 multiplied by again 5, and that is the answer. When we multiply 5 with 10 we get 50, and 5 multiplied by 2 we get 10, and when we add them we get 60. So we have done it separately. Now when we add it all together, that is 10 multiplied by 10 and 10 multiplied by 2, 5 multiplied by 10 and 5 multiplied by 2, and overall we get 120 plus 60 is equal to 180. That is the answer. In this lesson we have learned how to multiply two-digit whole numbers using the expanded form. Children, here I have given you a message that you can learn something new every day if you listen. If you listen to your elders, to your teachers, okay, and stay home, stay safe. Thank you, children. Now, multiplication by one-digit number. Let's do this multiplication by expansion method. How you will do expansion method is, suppose you have got two-digit number and we have to multiply this two-digit number with one-digit number. So what we will do, we will expand this number, that is 34. We say 34, so we will write 30 plus 4 multiplied by 3. Now the next step will be, you will multiply 30 by 3 first of all, that is 30 multiplied by 3, and this will be then will be plus, and 4 multiplied by 3. So 4 multiplied by 3, we will put in the bracket. Now what you will do, 30 multiplied by 3, first of all 3 3s are 9, and this is 1 0 here, so we will put 1 0 here, plus 4 3s are 12. 12. So what is the answer that we have got? 90 plus 12 is how much? 100. 112. So this is your answer. By doing expansion form with single digit number, when we multiply with single digit number, we will follow this method. Now, by another one, when we put it in the vertical column, that is under tens and ones, ones and tens, that is 4 is under ones and 3 is under tens. When we have to multiply it with, now we have to multiply it with again, we are multiplying it with 3. So we will multiply it with 3. The first step is that, first of all, we will multiply 4 ones with 3. First step is this. This is your first step. Already 4 multiplied by 3, that is your first step. So 4 3s are 12. We will not write 12 here, we will carry 1 over the tens place. Now the second step is, we will multiply 3 tens multiplied by again 3. So 3 3s are 9 plus 1. 3 3s are 9 plus 1, that is 10. So what answer you have got? You have got 102, the same answer exactly like you have got it over here. So this is the method. We can do this multiplication by both the method. If you are being asked to multiply with expansion method, then you will show this type of method, children. And if we ask you to multiply directly, then you can multiply with this method by putting the digits under the columns of ones and tens or 100, and then you multiply. Now children, when we get two digits to multiply with the two digits, we can follow one more method itself. Let's do that. First of all, what you will do, you will make a box like this. Alright, you will make a box divided into 4 parts, because there are 4 digits you can see. In the first of all, what you will put it over here, first you separate it, do it expansion form, that is 30 plus 4 here, then multiply by 13 is there, so 10 plus 3. This is the expansion form that you have done. Now place this expansion form in the box. So how you will put first two numbers, you place it here, 30 here, 4 here. The second two number, you will place it down here and here. Now first of all, what you will do is 10 you will multiply by 30, 10 multiply by 4, then 3 multiply by 30, then 3 multiply by 4. So let's do it here. 10 multiply by 30 is equal to, then 10 multiply by 4 is equal to, then 3 multiply by, or 30 multiply by, we can do 33, and 4 multiply by 3. Let's see what is the answer. Now 3 ones are 3, and since there are 2 zeros here, there are 2 zeros, so 300, then 10 fours are 40, then 3 threes are 9, And since there is only 1 0 is here, we will put 1 0 and 4 3s are 12. Alright, now let's see what is the total answer. What we will do, 300 plus 40 plus 90 plus 12. Let's see the answer. Now add it all. See, we will do it in this way. 40, 90 and 12. Let's do this. 2, 10, 14 here. 1 carry, that is 14. So what is the answer is equal to 442. What is the answer we have got? 442. So this is another expansion method that you can do. This is another easy method you can do and find out the answer like this. Now another, by putting it in the column, let's see here. First of all, you will multiply this number with both the numbers. First of all, we will multiply this number with both the numbers. Let's do it. 4 3s are 12. We cannot write 12 altogether. We carry 1. Then 3 3s are 9. 1 carry 10. Alright. Now, second number. Second part we will now multiply. Once 1 is complete. One's position is complete. We'll put here cross. Then 4 1s are 4. And 3 1s are 3. Let's see what is the answer. We have to add it. What answer we have got? 442. Exactly the same number as we have got it here. So both the methods are there. One is the direct. Now children, let's do some word problem sums. Like the cost of a baby chair is rupees 98. What is the cost of 18 such chairs? Now you know the cost of one chair, that is rupees 98. Then what will be the cost of 18 chairs? If you buy 18 baby chairs, then what will be the cost of 18 baby chairs? 18 बेबी चेयर से कॉस्ट कितनी होगी? जब आपको एक की कॉस्ट पता है तो आप क्या करेंगे, पहले आप लिखेंगे द कॉस्ट ऑफ अ बेबी चेयर, पहले एक का कॉस्ट बताएंगे. द कॉस्ट ऑफ अ बेबी चेयर इज रुपीज 98. ठीक है, फिर देयरफॉर, ये तीन हिंदी का मतलब होता है देयरफॉर द कॉस्ट ऑफ 18 बेबी chairs will be, we don't know the cost right now, so we'll find it out. So I put a question mark over here. Now let's find out the cost of it. Let's see, we'll multiply one with many. One with many, that is one chair rate, we'll multiply with many chairs. Let's see. 8 here is a 64, so 4 I have written here, 6 carry on. 9 is a 72 or 8 9 is a 72 plus 6 we have got 78. Now 1, since 1 is over, so I put a cross over here. This line is over. Now the next line, 1 is a 8, 1 9 is a 9. Now we will add it. 4 here, 8 plus 8 is 16, 1, 6 and 1 carry. Then 9, 10, then plus 6, that is 16, then 1, 17. Total is 17. So what is the answer? Answer is the cost of 18 baby chairs is rupees how much? 1764. So this is the answer. You have found out the cost of 18 baby chairs. That is, the cost of 18 baby chairs is rupees 1764. Now let's do the next problem sum. So children, another example of the problem sum is there are 22 slices of bread in one loaf. Means when you take the bread, there are the pieces in it. The pieces are called slices. The pieces are called slices. Okay, one piece that you take it out. So there are 22 slices of bread in one loaf. Okay. So how many slices are there? Means total how many pieces of bread will be there in 65 loaves? Means in 65 bread packets of bread if you have got, so how many pieces of bread slices will be there in 65 loaves? Let's see. Number of slices in one loaf means in one bread is equal to 22. So number of slices in 65 loaves means in 65 bread, total packets of bread, it will be how many? We don't know. Let's find out. Let's see here. Now, 65 are the number of breads, packets of breads we are having in 22 in one bread packet. Slices were there. Let's see. Now let us multiply first with this ones position. The digit at once will multiply with this 2. Now 2 5s are 10. We cannot write here 10, we'll carry 1 here. 2 6 are 12 plus 1, 13. Now since 1 is over, we put a cross here. Then 2 5s are again 10. Again 1 carry, 1 more. Okay, 2 6 are 12, 1 13. Now let's see how many loaves of breads are there. It will be there. How many slices will be there in the 65 loaves of bread? So the answer is we have 1430 slices of bread, 30 slices of bread in 65 loaves. One we were having 22. So in 65 loaves means in 65 packets of bread, we have how many? That is 1430 slices too. So children, I hope you have understood the problem sums, how to write the statement. You have to write the statements and then you have to show the multiplication over here, the whole sum you have to show, and then you have to write the answer. So in this way you will solve the problem sums.
Thank you, children.